Hi everybody. In this video we're going to talk about the subjunctive. But before we start talking about the subjunctive, you just have to know that the subjunctive is not really important for the exam. In other words, if you haven't watched all my other videos, go ahead and watch those. And if you don't understand all the other videos, go ahead and watch them until you understand it. Do not watch this video because it's not really that important. However, if you learn all the other stuff and you feel like you understand all the other stuff well enough, then yeah, you should definitely watch this video because this has information as well. Just know that the subjunctive does not come up a lot on the exam. Okay, what do we use the subjunctive for? Well, we use the subjunctive to express desires, demands, and future scenarios that have not taken place yet. So that's what we use it for. Desires, demands, and future scenarios that have not yet taken place. It's really important that you know that you do not add an S to the third person subjunctive. Okay, repeat that. You do not add an S to the third person subjunctive. Example, we say Peter speaks. Peter speaks now. Peter speaks softly. And if we're going to say the subjunctive form, we're going to say Peter must speak. We're not going to say Peter must speaks. Okay? So whenever we're going to express desires, demands, and future scenarios, we do not add an S to the third person. And also, take a look at the first sentence over here. Peter speaks. That's the indicative. We're telling something. We're communicating information. We're indicating a fact or an opinion. But in the second one, we're indicating desire, demand, a future scenario. Let's look at some more examples. First one, she runs a marathon. Okay, we're telling something. We're telling someone something. We're indicating. Second one, I ask that she run a marathon. We're making a demand. This ends in S. This one over here does not end in S. Indicative over here, subjunctive over here. She does well in school. We're indicating something. We're telling someone something. If we're going to be using the subjunctive form, we got to say we think that she may do well in school. Does versus do. Does is for the indicative and do is for the subjunctive, at least in this case. Finally, the third example. He plays a lot of video games. We're indicating. Second, in the second sentence, we're demanding. She demands that he play a lot of video games. Plays versus play. Indicative versus subjunctive. Okay? I hope you're understanding it. Here are some examples of the past subjunctive. All the other ones that we looked at, we were talking about the present subjunctive. First one, she ran a marathon. Again, indicating. Were she to run a marathon? Okay? We're talking about the future now. Were she to run a marathon, she would get my respect. First one, we're indicating something. Second one, we're also indicating something, but we're indicating it as a future scenario. Let's look over here. She did well in school. That's indicating. That's the indicative form. Second one, had she done well in school? We're talking about not the indicative, but the subjunctive. She did, had she done. Over here, ran, were she to run? Finally, the third one, he played a lot of video games. Again, we're stating facts, we're stating opinions. Were he to play a lot of video games? And there, we're indicating the subjunctive. We're talking about things in the future. We're talking about demands or scenarios that haven't happened yet. That's all you got to know about the subjunctive. It's very, very simple. But again, remember, it's not really that important. It doesn't appear a lot on the test. If you watch all the other videos, watch this one. If you want to watch this one again, watch this one again. Just know the subjunctive is for desires, demands, and future scenarios. And also, if we're going to use the subjunctive, we do not add an S to the third person. That's it for this one. See you in the next one. Later.